Now, Barrister Mbeseha, with the President Sako's growing diplomatic visibility in the United States policy circles and his open call for a more just and strategic partnership with Washington, do you believe Ambazonia is now entering a new phase of international recognition? And if so, what must be done to ensure that this diplomatic momentum translates into real political gains for the people on the ground?
Two things you've asked. From the president's statement, there's something commonly known as where you want to go to war, where you want to fight for anything. It's not war, we're not talking about real war. Where we want to fight for anything in the world. You have to consolidate your base because you must take off from somewhere. If you are going to the farm, like in the village where the women go in jungle farm, you consolidate your base by cooking well in your house first. Then you go to the farm and meet other women that will work for 7 hours. You do a good job. So we're in the United States. The United States government, the federal government of the United States, is our base. They have accepted to house us who are hosted here. And so we have that base already. We consolidate it by seeing what they do, by seeking their advice, by trying to cure with them in what is good for us. And so that is important. The next thing you ask is what shall we do with this diplomacy? The problem we had all along was not our own creation. In most countries around the world, those who are in charge of diplomacy are diplomats by training. In Cameroon, for example, a good number of them have gone to IRIC, International Relations School. In the Americans and other places, you find that they have gone to school of government. They have been trained in that act of diplomacy. But when it came to Ambazonia, which was not our fault, we were caught in the streets, we had to pick our diplomats left and right, people who knew something, and sometimes people who knew nothing. But we had to start from somewhere. And then, of course, bear the blame. Oh, you did not just convince anybody in the world. Those individuals who were choosing were not experts in diplomacy. They are not trained, they were never trained. They were trying to do their best. I think they did their best. We have matured enough at this point to say, look, we don't need to send people to go back to school and learn to come and save us. We can create a department where they will come together and exchange views, where if need be, we'll get those diplomats to come and give us advice. We're talking about Tebinash. He has been in the foreign service for a long time. We'll get people like that who will come and tell you, look, this is how you talk in diplomatic language. This is what you do when you meet other foreign diplomats. So that creation that the president has done is only strengthening our base. It is such a very good initiative that those who go to do diplomacy need to have a background of what they do. For example, there are common rules. For example, the ambassadors, those who serve as ambassadors anywhere in the world of any country, they know that there are things that you don't say. You know that. If an ambassador, for example, of any country is in Yaoundé now, none of them will come out to say that Mr. Trump did not win the election publicly. Paul Biya did not win the election publicly. They will never say that. They know that he lost. They will send diplomatic cables to their governments and say, well, this is what is going on here. That's what diplomacy is. Who doubts? You think that the president or the ambassador of France to Yaoundé does not know Mr. Biya lost the election? He knows that. They have those figures. So it is good that we have our diplomats, those who do these special activities, to get some type of at least refresher courses in terms of meetings with diplomats, in terms of learning what they did not know. Again, in 2016, when we got into this, anybody at the best, some lawyers could come and say, well, I think I read this in school, I can be a diplomat, I can be anything. But there's more than academic that you learn in diplomacy. The real diplomacy is learned not in the classroom. And so we can say that the president did a good job in two things. Emphasize again. He appreciated the fact that we're in the United States. United States is our foundation. We respect them. We take the cue from them. Then he appreciated the fact that we have reached a time in this struggle that diplomacy will not be the job of everybody. It should be the job of a select few who have the temperament, who have the training, who have the composure to do diplomacy. That's what it is. And so we can say that the president did a good job. Congratulations for that. And then the tally of what happened in Newsweek magazine and the other events that we just talked, we can only say that we're encouraged, we're moving ahead. We're going faster than we thought. Congratulations, Mr. President. Congratulations to all Ambazonians. Over to you.
Indeed, congratulations to Mr. President and the entire Ambazonia, because the struggle has just gotten even closer to the forefront of international diplomacy. Thank you, Barrister Mbeseha, for joining us on Undaunted today. But this is where we'll end with you on the Home Front report. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you.